Oh, we're almost ready for Dave Wiegand until Weibin.
So this will be Dave's first time at the featured board in this tournament, and hopefully many more. Weibin is at board 1 for a second time now. The last time he was on was in a battle of the World Youth Scrabble Champions, current and former. He took on Moiz Ullah from Pakistan, and Weibin came out victorious in that match. So Weibin has decided to go gangsta with his hood up.
Especially Singapore would be.
Lucas is advocating for a Jason Katz-Brown versus Jesse match. I'm assuming you mean Jesse Day.
No, Jesse Matthews.
I don't think anyone wants to see me on stream. Jesse Day is far more talented, and so are you.
No.
Let's see. So it is Dave Wiegand's turn, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, with
So there's Book and I think Hegu are the two I'm thinking of, but Book is probably slightly better.
Paco likes all these choices.
And there's Gook as well, G-O-U-K. Dave's got Gook lined up at the moment on his rack, but it switches back to Book for making that final play. Did my imagination see Kobangs, Jesse? I didn't let it run wild this time, so no, I wasn't looking for that. But yes, that is a nice word.
Yeah, I think Book and Gauk are equally good.
Meanwhile, Weibin has a number of 7s on his rack here. Mental would be a nice underlap. The chat concurs. On a similar vein, Lomenta also underlaps nicely. Weibin opts for Omental. Aston pointed out that Dave would have needed an N for Paganist. Zev asks if we can show the players' racks in alphabetical order. Duly noted. We do have a volunteer who's graciously looking at the racks and typing them in for us when possible. If we can incorporate that, certainly, but comment taken. Thank you.
Some options here: Gap, making Gut and Aka. Ag making ma and beg. Not sure anything else is very appealing, but I'd love to be proven wrong.
The chat suggests a tap as one possible solution. My guess is that's underneath of ut to make uta and cat and la. I think the issue with tap is it gives a fair bit back. Tap, pardon me. Gap doesn't give back nearly so much.
Also, GIS is not great unless you draw an N. Yeah, I think gap is
reasonable.
this solid play. In a brief sim, a couple things, just AG, making beg and ma is a front runner. That's because P is a pretty good addition to the AIST leaf. And then oh, he wants to play cooing. Have you ever heard people cooey?
Cooey?
Yeah.
Out loud?
Yeah.
I can't say I have, no.
Chris May and Kitty Jean taught me how to cooey. It was quite amusing.
Oh yeah?
We were hiking in some mountains in Australia, and they were to cooey is just like to say cooey really loud in a way that like echoes and reverberates off the mountaintops. And
Why don't you get a demo for us?
I can't do it because I'm not Australian, but Kitty and Chris May could do it really well, and
Let's
Kitty
get
would.
Chris May in on service.
Yeah. Oh, Barry.
Cooing!
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. We had a demo from Barry Harridge on the correct way to cooey. This actually reminds me, I don't know if you've seen it in the last month or two on Facebook, there's actually a video that's gone around that's fairly well liked and watched, and it talks about kulning, I think is how it's pronounced. It's not a valid word in Scrabble, but it comes from the Nordic countries, and it's actually a way they call cows out from the pastures, and they have this really high-pitched call that they make using their throat. It's melodic. Each family in the Nordic countries actually handed down a different method of kulning in their families, and they use that to bring in all of their cows from the pastures. So you actually just made me think of that when talking about cooing.
How do you spell that word?
I believe, if I remember correctly, it was Kulning, and I believe there was an umlaut on top of the U. I think that's how it was spelled. Perhaps someone else who's seen that video on Facebook will remember what I'm talking about, but I believe it was kulning was the method they spoke of.
Interesting. Yeah, I guess it's like an animal-related call.
Yeah.
In general. Cooey was a good play. Cooey was a good play. The best play. Now Dave can have his pick of ways to play AY off.
K.
Yes.
Now this is the kind of Scrabble I can play. 2-letter plays, all right, I'm all over that. And they're saying, if only Weibin had a floating Z. Janizary.
Ooh. Nice.
I got you covered, Alexi. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Or Janissary is not a word spelled like that, right?
It's not a word spelled like that, no.
Cool. Dave plays CAY. That's looked to be best.
It actually reminds me of a fun pairing, though. And actually, yeah, Josh Sokol just referenced it. The pairing I was thinking of that you reminded me of was Zemindari takes the Y at the end, but Zamindari takes the I at the end instead. And correctly pointed out, Zemindar takes the I at the end in Collins only, yeah. So that's probably the pair that's being thought of. Meanwhile, Weibin plays Jai and Ha and AY. Or Ja, pardon me, it's German. It's the German yes. Ja. Satire plus you. If there's a word in there, Dave would know. And I'm thinking the answer is no.
Would you just play the U off?
Yeah, the thing is there's no, I mean, there's just gaps and such and gapes, so I might do something like IU just to keep things nice and juicy and open.
A jar is another option, but probably not a good option.
Sam Rosen suggests Moo, M-O-U, as another option to play there as well. And when you look at them both in the simulations, Moo and IU both are in a dead heat as far as the best play.
I feel like Dave's making all the right plays, but it looks like he's playing like a 5-year-old.
IU he goes for in the end, and that is what's sitting at the top of our sim right now between IU and Moo. They're both close. IU just with the slight edge.
Yeah. Sim's a little bit questionable because Crackle won't play well making inferences after one top plays. Oh wow, he's in pairs.
And Dave has drawn an E to satire.
Do you have any Dave Wiegand stories?
Dave Wiegand stories. I'm just trying to think right now. Nothing that immediately comes to mind. Actually, didn't you and Dave Wiegand once play together on a trash talking pairs
we
team
did.
in San Diego? That actually just came to mind right now. I was just thinking about both of you attempting to trash talk because neither of you are actually like that in real life.
Yeah, we didn't. We were really bad at it. I think we lost in Scrabble and lost in trash talking.
I think it may have been Dave. I can't remember if it was Dave or you that was like kablooey after you played a bingo once. I can't even remember, but it was something along those lines. It was like, we got to get you trash talking way better than that. There's a Dave Wiegand story for you. But Dave's actually, over the last some years, he's actually able to be a little bit more fun and trash talky in a way that we weren't used to before.
Really?
Yeah.
Did people teach him?
I don't know.
What was the transformation of
I think it
Wiegand?
just comes naturally to him now.
So Dave can make some overlaps there. Syriad or Arius would fit there.
Unfortunately for him, Weibin has drawn both of the blanks.
Oh. Yeah, Syriad, it's quite clever there to leave that part of the board really open.
So now we got to look to the AS and see if there's a double-double available there.
Ooh.
That's the fun part. Anthodias. That works, doesn't it?
Is Anthodia...
It's a flower, is it not?
No.
No? Okay.
Anthodium
Never mind,
is
that's the plural of the
singular.
flower. Okay.
Let us keep looking.
Lucas Freeman says Atrophias.
Nice one. Beautiful.
That's a nice play. There you go.
Atashu.
Yes, that terrible spelling of Achu. Atishu. I forgot Atrophias works. Atrophies, I think of like muscular atrophy, and I know Lucas knows that since he studied human and animal anatomy, but Atrophias, I didn't realize that worked too. Cool.
Yeah, looks like atrophias is the only word that goes there. That would well and truly put Dave away, probably.
Lucas says it's the same word essentially. Yeah, I gathered that. Now that you mentioned that, but I didn't really even think of it. I mean, I guess it makes sense because there's lots of other words that have the Y or the IA.
Is he gonna play Anthodias? Oh no! Oh! 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 What? I'm impressed that you called it.
Well, there you go. I mean, that's me not being sure that it's a word.
Let's look at Dave's poker face. How do you?
Dave is gonna hold, I think. It looks
yeah,
like.
you just said hold.
Yeah.
What's your strategy when your opponent plays a word that you immediately know is not a word? Do you like? Yeah, what do you do?
I don't usually insta challenge unless it's someone that I'm really annoyed by. You know, in that case.
But what do you do before they hit the clock, though?
Before they hit the clock?
Yeah.
I don't really have one pattern, you know. I think it kind of depends. Like, I'm usually aware of what sort of body language or behavior I've been doing as far as where I look or what I do earlier in the game, and then I try to just do the exact same thing as I've already been doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't say anything like, oh, I always stare into the left corner, or I always look at that spot on the board. That's not really it. I'm usually just aware of what I've been doing, and I think about it and make sure that I'm doing the exact same thing while I'm waiting.
That's a good strategy.
So yes, it looks like Anthodias was what was played and has been challenged back off.
Oof.
Dave now has to figure out what on earth to do. He has set up unmu and then NT. Yeah, what do you do when you're Dave in this position? I don't think Dave is going to block Atrophias. He's just going to go with unmu and just wait. I mean, there's not really much he can do besides just let the bingo happen.
Wow, I would.
It's a rough spot for Dave Wiegand.
The best play is still Atrophias. Next best is there's a Thiazol making sit, ha, T, and EA alongside Syriad. You can now play Loathing through the end of Unmu, or Oliphant, or
That would have to be depressing, knowing that your opponent's going to score close to 90 points whether you play something or not.
man.
that there is a test of mental fortitude. For me, that would just be like, I can't actually get mad at the board and scream at you, but in my head I'm just like, what are you doing? So he set up loathing, it looks like, onto his rack.
And Dave can come back with deny or TD. But he's still screwed.
And the forecast from Jason Katz-Brown is rain. This is making me think of Ollie from Family Guy. What's the forecast, Ollie? It's going to rain. So he's redesignating the blanks. And yes, with the blanks and the bonus coin there, it'll give Dave something nice to score back.
Whoa! Dave has a 46-point play that only uses 2 letters. Can anybody find it?
The chat has found Teddy. Yes, on the top left, if you were to play 4 letters, that is the optimal play there. A 2-letter play has been suggested for... There you go, Sam Rosen found it. Woobutt.
Woobutt.
I'm guessing, is that another variant spelling of Woobit and all the other various Woobits?
Oh.
I don't know, that's my guess.
Great question.
We'll get our definition man, Kumar. He'll bring up Woobutt on the screen.
Wow, good work, Jesse Matthews.
An educated guess. Cesar evidently has never seen any variation of Woobit before. Now you have Cesar.
Well, he might play Woobutt. He kind of has it lined up.
I mean, I think you have to. On the other hand, you could play Teddy or Deny first, because you'll have Woobit on the next turn.
Oh, you're right. You can play Deny, leaving the B and the T.
If I were to spot Woobit, then I would probably play Deny first, and leave myself the chance next turn. Unfortunately, things are not looking good for Dave, as Weibin has picked up the X.
Mm-hmm.
So Dave has seen it. He's put the B and the T onto the left side of his rack, spaced out. Nice board vision from Dave Wiegand. Now it's a question of what he's going to do. Because he has Teddy lined up as well, but he is going to opt for Woobit first. And, you know, it's a nice play. Clearly it scores very highly, and he's behind, so getting points is quite key at this point in time.
Yeah, he really needs a Woobut and then a bingo. He doesn't really have time to be making.
The other nice thing of keeping the D is
plays.
seriated, of course, you know, is there for different options for him should he pull it out. So
Maybe
Dave
play
needs
Ixia.
he needs an R for tenderly, Dave Wiegand. And Weibin has Ixora plus GI. But he's going to opt for Ixia on the side of loathing to score a lot. So So Dave has Tire alongside Ixia and Loathing to score a fair bit. Taya with the Y. Or what else has he got there? Oh wait, isn't it an R? Never mind, but Tide works.
Yeah. Tide or Dine.
Yeah, I think you have to take the points there.
Oh, provings. Oh no.
I guess Dynel would play as well on the side if you were to play 5.
Yeah.
Are we consonant heavy? It looks like we are. Looking at the pool. Yeah, I'd probably play Dynel if I were to play alongside. And indeed, he has got Dynel set up. And currently it's a battle between Dynel and Tind. And actually Dyn slipped back in. I'm sticking by Dynel. One more consonant gone to me is very welcome.
Weibin looks content.
Yeah, I think that's a fair statement to make, given he has spotted provings already and doesn't appear to be going to have it blocked.
Yeah, either has provings or like Gorp for 40 something.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, not much to worry about from his point of view. So head-to-head in their previous matchups, thanks for that little tidbit
what
there.
A great new graphic. This is so exciting to get a new graphic.
They are dead even at 2 apiece in their previous matchups, and it's looking like Weibin will go up 3-2 with the way this match has gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think, there you go. He's opting for Dynel.
Your intuition is really on point this game.
Yes! Except if I were playing, like Dave, I would be losing.
Well, if you had been playing against Weibin, you would have played Anthodias, and then it would have stuck on, and it would have...
Yes, that's true.
Brilliant move.
Well, actually, no, wait. Anthodias, I would have held. I mean, on the board, I don't know. I'd hold just because it's so many points, but it would be a big game of what if. It's 5-point challenge. I'd probably challenge just because. In TWL, it would be a little bit harder, I think. I believe my exact wording was, does Anthodias work? So I wasn't sure.
Ah, I see.
In any case, yes, provings here. If he has even a sliver of doubt, he knows Dave will challenge because he's already challenged him once successfully. He's holding the S in his right hand and thinking. That suggests to me he's wondering if it takes the S. So now he's separated it from the other ones.
Is he afraid of losing if you challenge it off?
I think if you're in Weibin's point of view and you play the bingo and have it challenged off, you're giving Dave a chance to come back.
Vigors. Uh-oh.
This is where the psychological factor comes in. You're playing someone who you know essentially has perfect word knowledge, and you've already lost one challenge by messing up on your own.
Plus, there's no need to win by any certain amount.
Mm-hmm. That's one of those words that are the bane of my existence, the ings words.
Mm-hmm. Do we have any good Weibin stories?
Weibin stories. Let's see.
Wait, did we get to any good Wiegand stories? I forget.
Wiegand stories. We talked about your trash talking team.
Oh, that's right. Okay, that was
San Diego.
Right.
The undisputed king of trash talk Scrabble in those tournaments is usually Chris Patrick Morgan, and whoever he's partnering with. He naturally trash talks, even outside of such events anyway. So it's always in a very friendly manner. It's not hostile.
Most of his trash talking is directed at himself. So.
Yes. You can't get mad for that. So he's going to play Proving, and the question is, does he add the S or not?
Oh. Huh. Yes, please do. You can do it, Weibin.
Giving that S a long stare. Putting it back in. So there goes Proving. And he's ultimately decided Provings isn't a word. And that's the psychological edge there.
He's probably decided that he has like a 95% chance sureness that Proving is a word. And it's fair enough to not take that chance, because you're going to...
The thing with Proving as well is when you don't add the S, you're taking out that portion of the board. You have an S to hook on to seriate the next turn, or a Woobut to destroy the board a little bit more even afterwards, while you're sitting with a comfortable lead. And assuming Dave doesn't bingo on this turn, you're still in really good shape to take the game. So.
Yeah, and I think it's to expand on that, if we do a simulation in Quackle comparing the hypothetical that you play a phony word and it's challenged off versus playing Proving versus playing Provings. Provings and Proving both win 99% of the time, and playing a phony wins 94% of the time. And so you need to be really 100% sure to make it worthwhile to play Provings, because you're getting a tiny gain for a potentially 5% chance loss if you're wrong.
Thanks for that. We have a numerical analysis of that, and that makes complete sense to me. So Dave's played QI. And yeah, Budak, that was what I was saying earlier as well. Having Anthodia's challenged off very likely influenced that decision.
What did
Dave played QI.
What did he leave?
He drew, I believe he drew either the F or the O. I can't remember which one. Someone in our... Oh, sorry, I was looking at Weibin's rack. Yeah, cool. Dave drew the Z.
Oh, right.
He had a whole bunch of drac. Thank you, Kumar.
Right. Thank you.
I was actually just looking at his rack, seeing that Hereof does not take an S, but Hereof plays through the R improving for a fair number of points. Hereof also would play on the right. Weibin is going for FOP. Scores reasonably well. He's holding on to that S to hook onto Seriate or onto Woobit later. And in the chat, there's a suggestion of SITZ, S-I-T-Z, for Dave Wiegand from the SI in Seriate and Invers. Someone else has suggested NERTS, going down from the E in Seriate with the Z on the double word score to score close to 50. Actually, that is 50, more or less. So that's there as well. Hello, Khalid. Welcome to the chat. And in the static, we have NERTS on the top at 50. SITZ was third in the static. And WAR dropping just the W, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dropping just the W. Waka and WAR is second. Lucas has pointed that out in the chat, that same W spot. Very nice. Dave has got NERTS lined up without the R in there. He's got WRG. So you have NERTS and WAR / Waka as 2 turns worth of points. That's 84 points in 2 turns you have at a minimum, which is nice. You need more than that, unfortunately, but that's still nice. NERTS, oh look, cake. NERTS would be to the left of the E in Seriate. I like that username. That's basically me when I see cake.
Oh look, cake.
Oh look, cake.
Cool name.
That is exactly how I think.
Look, Will Anderson. Would be another good name.
Oh look, Will Anderson. Yeah, that would be good as well. Although, to be true to form, if it were me, I would make, oh look, William.
Oh
It'd
look,
have to be
William.
the full William. Good morning from England, Jesse / Jason and all other Scrabblers. Hello, Colin. Good morning.
Morning.
Budak, just double checking. Do you have the sound on? Because we did walk through. We walked through a little bit of why provings may not have gone down.
Oh, Ganesh is winning the tournament? Interesting.
So in individual standings, Ganesh is at 10-3 plus 967. That is an outstanding result so far. And then her in Thailand,
It's also,
Tacha.
it's also preposterous.
Yes. Tacha is also at 10 wins, playing fantastic as well. He is at, wow, only 45 spread points separate. Very nice. Dave plays NERTS for a nice high score. Nigeria, Moses Peter is also at 10 wins, plus 837. The African champion from just a week ago is performing well. Fourth is Dave Wiegand. He's at 9 wins, plus 765. And yeah, Lucas, like we mentioned earlier, proving is actually not terrible, just because there's really only 5% less for winning percentage, as Jason mentioned, both well over 90%.
Oh no, what I was saying is provings and proving both won 99% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that would lose a lot is a phony, which would win about 94% of the time. So, it's a sound decision, even though it's regrettable that he wasn't sure of proving this.
And Saidu rounding out the top 5 with 9 wins as well at plus 696. We've actually seen a number of these players on board 1 already.
Great job, us.
So Weibin is playing Hearns to take out the main scoring spot for a bingo with an S. And Colin, yes, that is correct. It was a 4-point loss for Nigel against Jesse Day. That would be an interesting time to just play Waka and War.
Yeah.
Because he's still got the S for Woobits and something else.
Yeah.
How many? No N's for Strange. Anything else he could play there? Storage. You could pull it out.
Storage.
So yeah, he's playing Waka. Good decision.
But the O is already on the other person's. Oh, a stage here. But you still won't win.
That's a nice pull. Weibin has got Clutter lined up in his rack.
That's not a word.
Coddler is the one I'm thinking of, like a mollycoddler.
It's called
Yeah.
Kumar asking, it's coddler, isn't it? It's like, very good, Kumar. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know
Mollycoddle.
mollycoddle was a word.
You didn't? That's actually the more common form, to mollycoddle someone. You didn't know that?
Are you fucking with me?
No, I'm serious. Mollycoddle is actually, to me, a fairly common word.
Huh.
Never mind.
Mollycoddlings.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that one. Mollycoddlings is interesting.
Also,
But
mollyhawk. What's a mollyhawk? Is that a hawk or a...
a very odd mohawk. I don't know. Chris Hawkins mentions mollycoddle is quite common in the UK. Yeah, I think it's probably my dad's side of the family. That's more the British side of my family. That's probably where it came from as far as hearing it. Because I know around my house, mollycoddle was mentioned in my childhood.
That's weird. Why don't you say coddle?
Because they're Brits. Why make it simple when it could be complicated? I have some Rummel gumption bringing up mollycoddle. Very good, Jeremy.
Is that a word? Wow. Wow, rumble gumption has 3 spellings? Wait, no, 4.
Jason's head is
2,
exploding,
3,
everyone. It was
4,
nice to know
5.
him.
There's 5 spellings of rumble gumption. Rumble gumption, RUMEL gumption, RUMLE gumption, RUMMEL gumption, and RUMMLE gumption, plus rum gumption.
Very thorough.
That's so many kinds of gumption.
That is a lot of gumption. I think I played gumption once. It's been a long time, but I think I have actually played it once.
Wow. Cred.
And especially with his hoodie like that, he's got some street cred today. Not to mention the street cred for beating Dave Wiegand.
Mm.
And that about kills stage year, doesn't it? Or any of the other anagrams.
Oh, we could have played Doc.
Yeah, and OLED.
For OLED.
Figured it was safer to block the bottom, and he has deduced correctly.
Oh, I guess that's why he kept his O. Good going.
Mary Aline, is that Mary Aline Stevens? I'm not sure. I'm just guessing, but she says, "Love seeing Jason learning new words."
Well, hello, Mary Ellen Stevens.
I'm just guessing. I actually haven't seen that username before, but that's my guess. That's the only Mary Aline I'm familiar with in Scrabble.
That would be great. It would be great to hear from her. Any other new words you'd like to teach me?
I'm just trying to think. Let's see what letters we have left. I don't usually consider myself as one that would be teaching you words. More often it's the other way around.
Oh, no.
Oh, look, Cake says, "Love seeing Jason in general."
Oh.
Ooh, you got an admirer, boy.
Wow.
I was going to say secret admirer, but that is no secret. There is some serious love for you.
I love seeing such a vigorous chatting.
He's enjoying the vigorous chatting, y'all. Colin says, "I'm here to listen to Jason reading Ziziva alternate spellings." Yeah, I'm here for that too. I stand this. Sam Rosen asks, "Sig coming down?" Question mark.
Oh, interesting. Oh, that's... Oh. Oh.
So what can he possibly draw that can't be blocked if he plays just the G, which appears to be the... Oh, Sig, yeah, to the right of SI. Yeah. You can still block that, though.
Can you?
Like, aid? Is that not sufficient?
Oh, you're right, yeah. Yes.
Sam Rosen says, yeah, it'll be blocked, 8 or something, but can't hurt. Yeah, I think 8 is sufficient. Colin says, is that my Tolkien, or Tolkien, I think is how it's said, nemesis Brad Witt? Goldfish is Brad Whitmarsh, yes. In fact, I can tell you, I actually grew up playing Scrabble online with Brad Whitmarsh. Both of us came from Yahoo Literati back in the day, and we have moved on to Scrabble since, and Brad's become a better player than me, for sure. I used to get lucky and beat him more often, but Brad's definitely gotten better than me at this point in
We
time.
have a visitor!
And we have Evans Clinchy in studio. Hello, hello.
Hey guys.
Hey.
I regret to inform you that you are covering an irrelevant game because we Americans have already won the match.
Whoa!
Yeah, we're up 3-0. Will and Conrad and I won already.
Very good.
So, good thing it doesn't matter that Dave is apparently losing.
Yeah, he's losing.
Whose rack are we looking at with the VDOL?
That's Weibin.
Oh, okay. And is that like saltier on
That is.
Dave's
He's
rack?
just played the G to set himself
Awesome.
up.
Oh, this is actually really interesting, huh?
No, because then I'll get blocked.
What's he gonna do?
Aid, probably.
Aid.
Hmm.
And there's like no other spot for him to play his saltier rack?
I don't think so.
Oh, damn.
Oh, you're late.
That's a G.
Oh, you're right.
Erg requires an E in front.
Is the bag empty?
The bag is empty.
Oh, so Weibin knows exactly what he's up against. There's no like...
There's no imperfect knowledge.
Yeah. He might think, maybe I need to block this U.
Colin,
Although there's not a lot of words.
to answer your question, how many decades ago was Literati? I started playing online when I was 14 years old. I'm 32 now. So it's about 2 decades ago that Literati was a big thing. I started playing online against James Leong, actually.
Wow.
And it was because James beat me so badly when we started playing that I thought I wouldn't stop playing until I could beat James. And not just because I got lucky, but because I was actually good. Many years later, James is still a better player, and we're both still playing Scrabble. But in the meantime, Literati along the way, I met other people who came along to play online as well, including Brad Whitmarsh. Brad played in a league that was known as Rank Monster at the time. And this Rank Monster league came about after the ladder system shut down. Yahoo had a ranked ladder system to compete on that got shut down on May 22nd, I believe it was 2002, if I recall the day correctly. I was so sad.
Take the live into me.
I was sad because I wanted to be able to compete for a ranking for a long
The
time.
literati equivalent of Black Friday.
Looks like Weibin played
Yeah.
8, by the way.
Yeah, so
In
he
case you
played-
guys wanted to broadcast this game, I don't know.
Yeah. He played aid to block. And
Yeah,
of
I guess we
course-
knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, and then A-list to go under there, and formality from here to end the game for Weibin.
Weibin promised that he would be playing phonies on the NJ board. Was
And
He
he
did!
Oh, yay! Did he get away with them? It looks like no, because they're not on the board anymore.
No.
He
He didn't know the plural of anthodium.
Well, he played Anthodias.
Anthodias? Oh, that's no.
Yeah, I wasn't sure at the time. I was like, does Anthodias work? And then we determined it was not, and then Weibin played it about 2 minutes later.
For what it's worth, the best endgame is not a list, but alt. And then... what's next?
Brad says he played Literati
Laud.
from 2003 to 2006.
Alt and then Laud and then...
Lucas played from 1999 to 2001, and
Oh, right.
Olin went back to 2007 on ISC. That's where a lot of us moved from Literati after, once Literati was getting less popular and more people migrated to tournament play in, at the time, the NSA. That was NASPA's predecessor in North America. As people moved more towards that the 2006 update actually was really a big difference because Literati used a version of the OSPD 1. And when there was an update to the dictionary in 2006, then it was drastically different. The dictionary used in Literati versus in Club Play. ISC, of course, updated to use the same dictionary, so Literati kind of fell out of fashion from there.
So can I ask a dumb question? Like,
Sure.
what's the screen that's being viewed by the viewers? Is it this one?
So
are we on camera right now?
You are, yes.
Yeah.
So this screen on the right is the one that they're seeing at the moment.
right,
and
that's
then
Twitch.
This
You're
is,
watching Twitch, I
This
see.
is right to the seconds. There's no lag. This is the one.
Nice.
This is the one that's going out, and this is what they're seeing at the
Oh,
moment.
cool. All right.
Chris Hawkins mentions C2. Yes, there were fun little words like that used to work back in the day.
Evan, what happened to your game?
I drew extremely well and beat Jeremy. There was just lots of easy bingos. That's pretty much the story.
What was the easiest bingo?
The easiest bingo. Oh boy, they were so easy I can't even remember them anymore. I feel like there was. No, I played Alcheras. That's not super easy. I thought there was something easier than that. What was it? I don't know.
We had Aerotone played twice yesterday.
Yes.
Wow, that's. I feel like
Did you play it as well?
I might have been the opponent. Maybe Austin played Aerotone against me.
Oh,
He did, yes.
Yeah.
He did. You were one of the two.
Wow. Oh, Dave Wiegand looks
Dave
like
is telling
he's,
one of his teammates, probably Conrad, that he lost.
Luckily,
And
he'll
then-
be happy because y'all
Oh,
won.
he just made a face. It must be somebody else who lost, like Jesse. He's making a face. I'm going to go tell them the good news that they didn't lose the match for us.
Excellent. See you later, Evans.
See you, Evans.
Jeremy Hildebrand put in a request for a definition of Alchera in the chat, and the Aerolith bot responded with it being the dream time in Australian Aboriginal lore. That's
Whoa.
cool.
Wow. That's cool. Was that his answer to his easiest bingo?
Yes.
That's not very easy.
Well, that's fairly obscure.